Hey there, folks. This is Matt once again. More like again, if I learn how to speak. I'm so excited because I'm looking at Lionheart with Jean-Claude Van Damme. If you have seen my marathon of Jean-Claude Van Damme movie reviews, you'll know that Lionheart is one of my top 10 favorite Van Damme films. My number one would be Hard Target, but Lionheart, The King of the Jungle, is definitely my top 10. I've reviewed pretty much all of Van Damme's films, but this is not about Van Damme, at least it is at first, but okay, let me shut up and get through it. This is a video. Used to do these once in a while, talking about Blu-rays. What Blu-rays are coming out, what Blu-rays are arriving, what Blu-rays are coming soon. And the reason I have Lionheart on here, number one, it's a great poster. Number two, it's a great action movie. And number three, a company called MVD is releasing a special edition in June of this year. And these are the features. An hour-long story of Lionheart featuring director Sheldon Lettich, producer Eric Carson, and stars Harrison Page, Deborah Renner, Brian Thompson, and Jean-Claude Van Damme. An Inside Lionheart with the filmmakers and cast, which is 25 minutes long, featuring director Sheldon Lettich, producer Eric Carson, and stars Harrison Page, Deborah Renner, Brian Thompson, and Jean-Claude Van Damme. As well as Behind the Fights of Lionheart, 15 minutes long. You also have the audio commentary by Sheldon Lettich and Harrison Page that I believe was on an overseas Blu-ray. A making of featurette, 8 minutes long from back in the day. Interview with Sheldon Lettich, which is 25 minutes long. Interview with Harrison Page, which is 13 minutes long. Again, probably from that Blu-ray overseas called Leon, which I wanted to get, but I'm glad I did not, because I'll get this, because this has a brand new hour-long documentary, as well as 25-minute and 15-minute featurettes. And Jean-Claude Van Damme, they're actually interviewing him. Holy shit. I hope this is the start of something great, and we're seeing more Van Damme. I know Cyborg will be coming soon from Scream Factory, but there's no details, so I'm not getting my hopes up that Van Damme will talk about Cyborg. But Lionheart does seem like a movie Van Damme's proud of, so now let's get him to talk about Hard Target, and Time Cop, and Bloodsport. Come on now, Kickboxer. Let's get going. Let's get a Hard Target and Time Cop especially, and Bloodsport. If I have to pick three, otherwise I pick pretty much all of them. If I gotta pick three, well, Van Damme did do an interview for Universal Soldier on that DVD, so there's that. But get him to talk about, well, not on this, but I hope this does lead to Hard Target, Time Cop, and Bloodsport Blu-rays special editions one day, because I never thought Lionheart would get it, and that's definitely the number one thing I'm excited about. Never heard of MVD, but MVD is also releasing in June, along with Lionheart, Abominable. And for those who don't know, this is a film I reviewed a while ago. I think it's a very underrated creature feature Bigfoot movie. I actually think it's one of the best Bigfoot movies. My favorite is Harry and the Hendersons, but if we're talking about horror film-wise, Abominable would be my favorite. It's nice. It would be nice to get an upgrade from the DVD. And this is, I guess, a Blu-ray and DVD combo. And I'm not sure what the special features are on this one. But this is a very underrated film, in my opinion. I know a lot of people don't like it, but I think it's a pretty damn good flick about this guy played by Matt McCoy, he's in a wheelchair. And think of the movie Rear Window, only involves a Bigfoot, because he's in a house. Across the way, there's another house, and there are two houses in the middle of nowhere in the woods. And there's a bunch of women that have come up to have a party, and Matt McCoy's there. It's a house he had back in the day. And there's a Bigfoot around. So Rear Window meets Bigfoot. As silly as that sounds, I think it's actually a pretty damn good flick. You also have tiny roles by Lance Henriksen and Jeffrey Combs, among a couple other familiar faces. But I thought Matt McCoy did a really good job as the man in the wheelchair. I thought the Bigfoot, I actually liked the design and the practical effects. You did a couple of decent gory bits, including a guy getting half his head bitten off by the Bigfoot. Yeah, I think this is a pretty damn good flick. For a lot of Bigfoot movies, I know there's not a lot of good ones, believe me, because I did like a little marathon of them, and most of them were shit. But this one I thought was pretty damn good, so I'm glad this is getting a Blu-ray from, again, this company called MVD, which I don't know much about at all. And this one I'm very excited about. Of Unknown Origin by Shout Factory, aka Stream Factory. I love Of Unknown Origin. There's no announcement on the features, but just the fact that it'll be an upgrade from the DVD, because the DVD is pretty old, and just love to see an upgrade of that. It's a very underrated film with Peter Weller, directed by George P. Cosmatos, which the both of them would, of course, come back together for one of my personal favorites, Leviathan. But George P. Cosmatos also worked on Cobra, he worked on Rambo 2, worked on Tombstone. To what capacity? There's different stories, but films like Leviathan, Of Unknown Origin, he did direct 100%. And if you've never seen Of Unknown Origin, it's a hidden gem of a movie. It really is one of those hidden gems of the 80s that deserves a lot more attention than it's gotten. And on around May 22nd, 2018, I'm not expecting much for features, but just to have the film on Blu-ray, it's pretty damn cool. So those are definitely the three I'm hyped about the most. But I figured, why not go through a few of this website called Digital Bits, where to look through some of these movies and what's coming out for those who are interested. February 13th, which is the day I'm recording this, the night I'm recording this, I should say. Actually, technically, it says February 13th there. Technically, it's February 17th, so I don't even know what fucking day it is. I just got caught off by this, which is doing it by week, so that shows how... I promise, folks, I don't drink and I don't do drugs, even though people think I smoke weed or drink cocaine. Drink cocaine, man? No wonder I'm not doing it right if I'm drinking it. Be like Crocodile Dundee, where I put in a bit of tea and I just sniff it from the steam. But it's late at night. This is why I shouldn't do videos late at night. But as a friend of mine says, that's usually when I'm pretty out of it. But on the week of February 13th, what came out was Hell or High Water with Jeff Bridges and Chris Pine, which I have not seen. Night of the Living Dead got the Criterion Blu-ray treatment. I know I haven't reviewed that film. My favorite zombie film of all time is George Romero's Dawn of the Dead. I love Day of the Dead. I love the remake of Night of the Living Dead. The remake of Dawn of the Dead is fun, but I'm not a fan of the original Night of the Living Dead. I respect what it did. Without it, we would not have gotten the zombie films of today for like the past, how many decades now? So George Romero deserved a lot more respect than he got. May he rest in peace. Night of the Living Dead I couldn't get into, but I love his Dawn of the Dead, love Day of the Dead, Monkey Shines. I like The Dark Half, Creep Show, among others. And again, there's just a lot of other zombie films I prefer. And I know I'm repeating this, but again, his Dawn of the Dead is my favorite zombie film of all time. And one day down the road, I want to do a review. But I don't know if I ever tackle the original Night of the Living Dead, I'm going to get a lot of hate mail for it. But hey, I respect what it did, it's just not for me. I prefer the remake to Night of the Living Dead, honestly. Silence of the Lambs has a Blu-ray from Criterion. Good movie. Drive Me to Hell has a collector's edition. Can't say I'm a fan of Drive Me to Hell. That's the Sam Raimi film I never really got much of the love for. When it got really goofy and the fucking an anvil falls on the fucking witch's head like a cartoon and CGI eyes pop out or something. And plus the cover, just like the DVD, gives the fucking ending away. Oh, you spoiled it. I didn't spoil it. They spoiled it. They spoiled it with the ending of the DVD. They spoiled it with the ending of the Blu-ray. The title spoils it. Drive Me to Hell. It was trying to be scary and funny, and I found neither. Sorry, Sam Raimi. Now, I've never saw the original Thomas Crown Affair, Doctor Who. I didn't get much into Doctor Who. I remember as a kid watching PBS and being creeped out by the theme and the intro. But that's all I remember. Pokemon the movie, I choose you. You don't choose me, I choose you. Choose for what? Is this a sex thing? I choose you. Chaos, Don't Look in the Basement double feature. I've heard of Don't Look in the Basement, haven't heard of Chaos. Blade of the Immortal. Can't say much. Can't say much about Sin Jun Suzuki. Deep Throat Part 2. I've heard of it. Apparently it's not as hardcore. It was trying to be more of a comedy, while Deep Throat was more of an adult movie, and that's why Deep Throat Part 2 wasn't as successful. Night of the Seagulls. Oh my god, I reviewed those. I don't even know if those reviews are still up. I did a shit job on them because I saw them. I'm like, they're Tombs of the Blind Dead, and someone wanted me to review them, and they're just not my cup of tea. Games, I don't know. Food Wars. Don't go to war with food. Eat it. Eat it! Baby Secret Lost Legend. I am surprised that gets a Blu-ray. The effects are not the greatest. I remember having some little bit of charm because of William Cat and Patrick McGowan. The effects are practical, but they're not state of the art. But I don't know. I've seen much worse. But yeah, I'm surprised that that's getting a Blu-ray. And I'm actually going to see if there's any features on it. Dario Argento. I know I haven't seen a lot of Dario Argento films. Shame on me. I don't have many of them, to be honest. I do have Suspiria. Someone sent that to me on Blu-ray. Oh, you have an interview with William Catt, an interview with director Bill Norton. I'm surprised you have interviews with those two. That's pretty cool. Better than nothing. Which I can't believe I'm saying that. Black Eagle MVD. So I guess that's 2 films. So it's the Rewind collection. Yeah, Black Eagle is getting special features too. No interview with Van Damme, so even he won't talk about the movie, which I can't blame him, but it says here. Sorry, I know you're looking just at text. Sho Tsuji, martial arts legend, a 21-minute interview with Sho Tsuji and Shane Tsuji. The Making of Black Eagle, a 35-minute documentary with interviews with director-producer Eric Carson, screenwriter Michael Gonzalez, and stars Sho Tsuji, Doran Clark, Shane Tsuji, and Dorota Puzzio. Tales of Jean-Claude Van Damme, a 19-minute featurette where the cast and crew tell stories about working with Van Damme. It may be interesting, or maybe dirty dishes done dirt deep. The Script and the Screenwriters, 27-minute featurette, new interviews with Michael Gonzalez, Eric Carson, more. I guess on the script, deleted scenes, the 93-minute theatrical cut, and the 104-minute uncut extended version. Didn't even know there was an extended version. Jesus. I did credit MVD, you're doing Lionheart, but I'm like, why the fuck are you doing Black Eagle? Are there any? I didn't know there were fans of Black Eagle. Of all, like Hard Target has nothing. Time Cop has nothing, but Black Eagle does. Oh, shit. Cries of Ecstasy, that's me every night. Above Ground Level, Dubfire. V.I. Warsharsky, Kathleen Turner, I've heard about this. I don't know, that W for some reason reminds me of Wonder Woman. It's Wonder Woman before Wonder Woman. Killer Eyes, Killer Legs, Killer Instincts. V.I. Warsharsky. I've heard of that film. I always thought that was a pretty silly title. Warsharsky. VI, what does the VI stand for? Very important? Or vilified informant? What the fuck does it mean? Violet, Indigo, Warsharsky, I don't know. Halo Legends, Choke Slam. Another Halo thing, The Fall of Reach. Francesca. Cool picture. Looks like Chucky. That does look like Chucky. What the fuck? Chucky made an appearance in that movie? I guess a re-release maybe of The Incredible Hulk. Fun movie that gets lost. in the shuffle of Marvel. Blood spattered bride. Just don't spatter other fluids on me. Friday the 13th A-movie collection. I will pass on that because if I'm going to get a collection, I want Jason Goes to Hell uncut on Blu-ray or no deal because that's my favorite. If you want to know why, I reviewed all the Friday the 13th films on my channel, including Jason Goes to Hell. I go into why I enjoy that film the most. Real quickly, it was the first one I saw, but it's not just because of nostalgia reasons. I love it that it's the goriest film. I love how different it was and unique it was. I like the lead guy, John D. LeMay. He's my favorite lead in all the Friday the 13th films. The story was quite a bit more interesting than some of the stories. I mean, I'm sorry, no one, well, you can tell me, but when someone tells you that the story in part 5 or part 3 is more interesting than the story of Jason Goes to Hell, we agree to disagree. I love the Creighton Duke character by Stephen Williams. It's pretty well shot, considering it was a first-time director, Adam Green. There's a good sense of humor to the film. And it was like the guy trying to do something, and I appreciate him going that route. I know a lot of people hate Jason Goes to Hell. We agree to disagree. It's my personal favorite. So unless that's uncut on Blu-ray, I'm not buying it. I know it just has the eight Paramount movies. And it's a shitty looking mask, too. It's like 2 shades away from Bloody Murder. Those piece of shit movies. Animal Kingdom has nothing to do with Discovery Channel. Doctor Who, Twice Upon a Time, The Sinner. That's half of YouTube. Bill Pullman's on a TV show with Jessica Biel called The Sinner? Learn something new every day. Adam 12, never saw the TV show. This Gospel of Matthew. First ever word for word unedited movie adaptation. So it's what, 8 hours long? Lawnmower, never saw. Stream Animal Weapons. Shove this horn up your ass. We're going on a bear hunt. This is where the bears hunt you. Silence of the Lambs on DVD. The Last Hunter. David Warbett, Tisa Farrow, and John Steiner. The brutal story of one man's fight for survival behind enemy lines. That sounds familiar, but I've never seen The Last Hunter. Never saw Quincy. DVD versions, some of them that I talked about. Garfield. I remember Garfield. I remember the Halloween one from back in the day. Halloween special. Some features. New Adventures of Superman. New Adventures of Batman. Those are 2 cartoons I never saw. Those older cartoons of those. This has Batman, Bad Blood, Batman vs. Rabbit, and Son of Batman. I think I've seen Son of Batman. I wasn't a big fan of. I don't think I saw the other 2 though. The Void. Oh, that's not The Void I'm thinking of. I was thinking of the horror movie. 4 complete seasons of Full House. Everywhere you go, everywhere there's a shit to take on your face, man. Everywhere you go, there's a guy shirtless, and you're not fitting in those pants, man. Oh my God, Eric Roberts, you're stuck doing stuff like The Fix. That just looks like one of those. I don't know the plot, but it looks like one of those shitty religious movies. A struggling waitress at the edge of drug addiction gets a reality check. Maybe it is a religious movie. My Little Pony. I know I have a few subscribers who are into My Little Pony. I checked it out. I tried. I couldn't get into it. Sorry. It's cool if people are into it. It's just not for me. I mean, I don't get why people are into this, but I'm not going to judge people. People would make fun of me for liking Ninja Turtles, so what the hell am I going to make fun of people for? As long as you're not hurting anyone, then what's the big deal? But yeah, I tried because apparently a lot of guys are into this. I don't know, I just couldn't get into it. Just wasn't for me. Of course, there's a lot of movies that I'm like, why do you like that? I'm like, because I do. I was avoiding this, but The Curse of the Mummy Cat, what the fine fuck am I looking at here? What is this shit? Don't be a pussy, see it today? That's literally what this is. Don't be a pussy, see it today. Fuck you. 2 archaeologists remove a mummified cat from the chest of its owner, unleashing a horrendous mummy, a nameless bounty hunter, 2 oil and cattle... Okay, yeah. Wait a minute. Let me start that again. 2 archaeologists remove a mummified cat from the chest of its owner, unleashing a horrendous mummy. A nameless bounty hunter, 2 oil and cattle tycoons, and a group of lawnmower-riding bandits try their best to capture in on the bounty issued by the governor of New Mexico. Join the typical Cullen chaos as the twisted plot unfolds. What the fuck is this? What is this? A shocking experiment in terror from the master of the bizarre. How's it an experiment in terror if it wasn't an experiment? They just dug up something. That's not an experiment. Curse of the Mummy Cat. What the fuck? I can't say much. Don't call me son. I'll call you son if I fucking feel like it. I'll put on some clothes. The reluctant... Oh, polyglot. I thought... I'm blind. I thought I said the reluctant bigot. I don't know why. The reluctant... Polyglot? What the fuck is a polyglot? I don't even know what the hell that is. He's an attorney who speaks shitload of languages, who also loathes talking. Poncho. Wow, it's a guy literally named Poncho. I'm like, the character from Predator? No, it's a different Poncho. Hey Arnold, I've heard of that show. I haven't seen too much of it though. Ben 10 I haven't seen. Ooh, you got dealt, son. Steal your cars and throw in your face like Gambit. Teenage cocktail. Cock is a cocktail. Cock. What the hell? Christine Felsted's Yoga for Runners. Get your ass in the air and you don't care. Damn, it got fucking white hair, I guess. It's the bride with white hair. So it'll fuck up your spine and then fuck up your core strength. And swallow your soul. Ares 2. Oh, it's Ares 11. Like Ares, the fucking villain from Wonder Woman, or bad guy in the Hercules TV show? God of War? No, this is a different one. Something I've never heard of. A lot of stuff I've never heard of. That's what's interesting. It's like going to the realm of like, what the hell am I going to find next? Like, could I tell you I was going to find the mummy cats? No. And you know what, so this won't be too long. I'll just go into February. And if people want to see more, you can let me know in the comments section. But February 20th, 2018, Daddy's Home and 4K, Daddy's Home 2. Never seen them. Will Ferrell, Mark Wahlberg. I like the other guys, but the trailers for these never did anything for me. Other than Mel Gibson and Daddy's Home 2. He looks fun. And John Lithgow. I like those two guys. I mean, Mel Gibson has fucked up in the past, but no one's perfect. I don't know. I'm not a big Mark Wahlberg or Will Ferrell guy, so I don't know if I give these a look. Just The Star. Yeah, this is an animated movie about the birth of Jesus told in the point of view of the animals. And this has a crazy voice cast, from what I remember. Jesus is back and he is pissed. Oprah Winfrey, Tyler Perry. What the hell's the other cast? Guess I don't say the rest of the cast. I remember being crazy. Like, yeah, Oprah Winfrey, Tyler Perry, and I swear it was like, not Kevin Hart, but was it? 6 sing-alongs with Mariah Carey and others? Really? Jeez. Same kind of different as me. That's not even a fucking sentence. Same kind of different as me. Okay. Same kind of different as me. That's a fucking tongue twister. Greg Kinnear, Renee Zellweger, Jamon Hansuah, and John Voight. Man, I haven't seen Renee Zellweger in anything for a while. Based on the New York Times bestseller. I never read it. Mom and Dad, I'm actually curious about that. I know my friend Effrey saw the film. He was talking to me, and he did not like the film at all. And this has a very mixed reaction. But at the same time, I like Cooties with Elijah Wood, and this seems like the spiritual sequel to Cooties. That film was about kids going crazy and killing people. This is about parents going crazy and killing people. So I have a feeling I'll probably like it on the same principles I like Cooties. So Mom and Dad, I'll give that a look. It's from one of the directors, Taylor, of Neville Dean and Taylor, who did Crank 1 and 2. So I look forward to that. I never saw this series, but I've heard of it. The Master with Lee Van Cleef. Yeah, Sho Kosugi, Timothy Van Patten. Never saw this show. Criterion for movies I've never heard of, like The Hero and Actor's Revenge. Scalpel. Yes, Arrow Video releasing a film called Scalpel. The Nightwalker, William Castles. The fuck? Is this porn? No, then pass. One Republic live in South Africa? Okay. Just DVD versions. Dragon Ball. Never got into Dragon Ball. Mako, The Jaws of Death. Wow, that's getting a DVD? Really? Rise of the Foot Soldier. Well, not the Foot Soldier I want to see rise, but okay. Doomsday Device? Some cheap-looking Sci-Fi Channel wannabe movie? Cannibal Hookers. Eat my ass, lady. That's what you can eat. Expatriate. Kill or be killed. Wow, what a great tagline. I've never heard that before. Hermetico? I haven't heard of this Roger Moore movie. Well, I mean, obviously it's a different language. I wonder what it is in English. Vietnam, a history. For those who want to look up your history files. And then the last one for today, again, for those who want to see more, feel free. February 27th of 2018. We got Murder on the Orient Express, which I did not see. I didn't really hear anybody talk about this movie. I know you have Kenneth Branagh and Johnny Depp and hell of a cast. But apparently there's going to be a sequel to this, so I guess it made money? I guess, but I never heard anyone talk about this fucking movie. Kenneth Branagh, Penelope Cruz, Willem Dafoe, Judi Dench, Johnny Depp, Josh Gad, Michelle Pfeiffer, Daisy Ridley from Star Wars, The Force Awakens. I mean, I know the story, so I know how it ends, but I don't know. If anyone saw it, you can let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. It's going to be in 4K, which I will never get a 4K. I have no reason for 4K. I have no... Blu-ray is perfectly fine. I don't give a fuck about 4K. I'm not buying a brand new TV and a brand new system, brand new everything to get something that'll last probably a couple years at most. At most. That's if it's lucky. Because I don't know how many people that are busting down in 4K shit. You give me 4K, like $4,000, sure, but I'm not getting a fucking 4K Blu-ray. I don't know anyone that has a 4K. Do you have a 4K for folks out there? Is it that much of a difference? I'd be curious. Feel free. Straight Outta Compton, I've heard of. I haven't seen the film. Zero Dark 30, I know of the film. Just Getting Started. This film came and went like the wind. Yeah, this came and went like the wind. And consider the cast: Morgan Freeman, Tommy Lee Jones, Rene Russo. But yeah, not no one talked about it. Maybe one day I'll give it a look for the cast. Lady and the Tramp, pretty decent film with Disney. Tom Jones, Basti Case. We have an Arrow video release of Basti Case. Just the first movie. A fun, entertaining flick. Well, this right here, you can see others coming out. It's Alive trilogy, or all is out. The Boneyard. Yeah, Mike OCP, I'm sure he already knows this. But Mike, if you don't, there's the Boneyard Blu-ray. I'll get to that in a second. But here, I know you can't see it all, so I'll read it. Brand new audio commentary, writer director Frank Henenlotter and star Kevin Van Hintenrich. An interview with Dwayne Bradley. Frank Henenlotter revisits Dwayne Bradley decades after the events of the original Bassett case. Pretty much they call it Bassett case 3.5. A brand new interview with Florence and Marilyn Schultz, the twin nurses from Bassett case. Brand new make-up featurette containing new interviews with producer Edgar Levins. Casting person actress Elza Belodis, associate producer effects artist Udis Nadals, and Belial performer Tika Nadals. A brand new interview with actress Beverly Bonner. A brand new interview with film critic Joe Bob Briggs. Actually, I think my friend Effrey told me about this because he knew I was into Joe Bob Briggs, so he sent me a message on Skype saying, "Hey, you're talking about, I know you like Joe Bob Briggs. He's interviewed here." That's cool. Not sure if I can buy the whole. I have Basket Case. I don't know if I can really buy the just for the one interview, but yeah, a short film of Frank Henenlotter, brand new Basket Case inspired animated short by filmmaker Robert Morgan, called Belial's Dream, which is 5 minutes long. Trailers, TV spots, radio spots. Huh. I don't know if it has the features from the other set. It doesn't look like it here. Could be wrong. Well, since I'm here, let me look at some of this other stuff. I know Piz Out got Leatherface Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3 Blu-ray with no features. It's a Warner Archive Blu-ray. Yeah, The Boneyard. My friend Mike reviewed this. This is when back in the day, remember when he was doing the 101 most unheralded horror films from Fangoria? Mike, one day you gotta finish that, man. I'm telling you. But yeah, this is coming out April 3rd. Must be April 1st, because it should be a fucking April Fool's prank. And there's features! Extensive color correction, exclusive to the Code Red release version. Audio commentary with director James Cummins and producer Richard F. Brophy. Interviews with actress Phyllis Diller, director James Cummins and producer Richard M. Brophy. Brand new exclusive to Code Red version interview with producer Phil Smoot and crew members from North Carolina. Man, someone needs to get this from my friend Michael CP. I guarantee he'll appreciate it, man. I'll tell you, Mike will love you if you get him this. It's his favorite movie of all time. He loves the Boneyard, especially the poodle. Just ask him about the poodle. Just say, Matt wants me to ask you about the poodle, Mike. Deep Red, ooh. Oh, it's a limited edition. That's a pretty pricey, but that's a good movie. I remember seeing that one. Offerings? I've heard of this. Wow, this is again the Blu-ray? Sorority Balls and Slambo Ballorama? It's a Blu-ray too? Brand new 4K master. Coming out March 20th, 2018. Wow. The Hitcher can't get a Blu-ray in the US because of bullshit, but Offerings can. Of course. Yeah, Cyborg. I don't think it's coming out in February anymore, though. I thought it was pushed back. Yeah. It says here February, but it got pushed back to April 24th, 2018. I don't know why. I don't think Screen Factory ever said as to why they had to push it back so many times, which makes me nervous. I have Cyborg on Blu-ray. I like the cover. I love Cyborg to death. It's one of my favorite movies of the 80s. It's my second favorite Van Damme film after Hard Target. But I have the film on Blu-ray, so I don't know if I could justify myself buying another Blu-ray unless the features are out of this world. So if April comes and they release the features, it doesn't get pushed back like a third time or fourth time, maybe. But, you know, I do love the movie. That is a pretty cool cover, though, too. Simple, but pretty cool. I mean, not as classic as the theatrical poster, which is probably, you could turn it to the other side. But that's pretty cool. If there's good features, then maybe. Colossus, the Forbin Project, which I've heard many things about. The Day 2. I cannot believe the Day 2 is dead on Blu-ray. Fucking Runaway with Tom Selleck can't get a Blu-ray. The Hitcher with Roger Howard can't get a Blu-ray. Split Second can't get a Blu-ray in the U.S. Neither can Death Machine get a Blu-ray in the U.S. But we got the Day 2, where literally there's a moment where something about people's things turn to shit. Literal shit. Like people's wishes, they wish for stuff and then something backfires and the wishes turn to literal shit. And this is from Shout Factory. Man, I can't believe the Day 2 has a fucking Blu-ray coming out. The Day 2. Well, for those looking forward to it, comes out February. The Set, Dario Argento Presents. I've never even heard of this movie. And that's The Set, not the sex. Speaking of sex, take off your panties. No. 7852. This is about Hitchcock's shower scene. It's like a documentary based on that one scene. Which I'm like, really? We have made documentaries on... Well, I mean, it is one of the most popular scenes in horror films. So well, okay. Serpent's Lair. So this Jeff Fahey film gets a Blu-ray. I've never even heard of this fucking movie. What about Body Parts with Jeff Fahey? That can't get a Blu-ray? Body Parts? Body Parts is a great movie from the 90s. Very underrated. Has Brad Dourif, has like I said, Jeff Fahey as the star. Directed by Eric Red, who did Bad Moon. He wrote The Hitcher, the original Hitcher. And he wrote Near Dark. Bad Moon got a Blu-ray, and it deserved it. Body Parts deserve it. But this Jeff Fahey film gets it. Wow. MacGyver. I never saw this fucking show. I saw clips and it made me want to fucking puke Dayglow. MacGyver, he fucking sus. You take that parachute and roll it up his ass. I hope he jumps and falls into the power lines and end us all. Season 1, so yeah, it got more seasons for some fucking reason. One of the year's best films, period. That's funny. I never even heard of the fucking movie, Sleeping Giant. Cinderella Boy? Is this a sex version of Cinderella? If so, I'll watch it. The Brainiac? The most bizarre horror movie ever. Doubtful, man. I doubt it's the most bizarre horror movie ever. Have you seen The Star Crystal? Have you seen Howling 7, New Moon Rising? Have you seen Feeders and Feeders 2? Have you seen Meet the Feebles? Not exactly a horror movie, but close. The Neighbor, this is a film with William Fichtner. Pretty generic title. Wow, Warriors of the Wasteland. I vaguely remember that movie. Vaguely. More of this woman in white trying to suck your soul. Watch out, now it's getting from your feet to your ankles. Watch it. Barry Seal, Only America, but it's Tom Cruise? Oh, wait, is Is this what it was called overseas, or is this the real life event that that movie was based on? Barry Seal only in America. I guess maybe this is an alternate title to the film. Yeah, I guess. So American made, its alternate title is Barry Seal only in America. Okay. And if you need life-changing small groups video study, ask Bill Donahue. No, don't ask him. Do it yourself, man. You can do it. You can do it! Well, I'll just end it there. But I started with Jean-Claude Van Damme. The last picture might also be Jean-Claude Van Damme. Why the fuck not? Come on. Come on! There we go. Thanks for watching. Take care. Feel free to let me know if you want me to do more of these. Maybe I'll go like month by month, like March and April and such. That way it doesn't get a burnout. I know there's other releases. There's The Burbs coming out from Shout Factory. The thing that sucks about that, I had just bought the Blu-ray from overseas, which has the same features, so I could have just waited. But as soon as I got it, then they announced it. I'm like, fuck. So I already have The Burbs on Blu-ray. But I hope there's features on this. Really glad that Lionheart is getting features. It deserves it. Of Unknown Origin, very excited for that. Of the ones you've seen, what Blu-rays are you excited for? Thanks for watching. Take care, and we will see you later. Bye-bye.